Marcel the Shell with Shoes On is a 2022 film directed by Dean Fleischer-Camp, starring Dean Fleischer-Camp, Jenny Slate, the voice of, and Isabella Rossellini, the voice of. 100% Rotten Tomatoes. This is in theaters now. Anderson, this is the best movie of the year. I mean, it's 100% Rotten Tomatoes. 90 minutes long, brisk, gets in, gets out. My expectations might have been a little too high for this. I remember seeing the trailer. I wasn't aware of the web series or the whatever existed before this. I was a little bit ignorant, and I went into this expecting, I think I was hoping for something profound, something beautiful, and in fact, it was just quite delightful.
I feel like it...
Or did you find it profound and amazing?
No, but I could feel it reaching for that throughout. And that was one of my problems with this movie.
Oh, really?
Is that I could literally, I almost hear the sound of it stretching for profundity and never getting there, right? Always falling short. However, and I'm going to start with the end of the movie without talking about the end of the movie. My own experience walking out of the theater before we moved back to the beginning.
You saw some kids wearing suits in the lobby.
I was somewhat happy that when it was over because not that I was disliking it. It's a good movie and you're gonna have a good time in there. But I think like Brian, I had my hopes were too high for the exact same reasons. I was hoping for something profound. I was worried for it to be too precious and saccharine, which I don't think it was.
Were you familiar with the property before?
My wife told me about it, and I watched a couple of them before seeing the movie, which they work. They're really good. Okay. I like them in small doses. So I walk out of the theater and I realize they have a little extra stuff going on with the credits. And I'm like, I should sit around and watch this, but I got to pee real bad. So I'm going to go. So I walk out with a group of, 20-something-year-old dudes. Ugh. And they're trying to put into words. They're doing that thing that just, I don't know why I can't handle it. But like when people want to talk about a movie as they're walking out. Yeah, I hate it. So
that's so odd.
It makes me so uncomfortable. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Is it just because you're hearing their thoughts, or just the fact that
from the time I was a kid, my dad would turn to me like the lights, and he'd be like, "So what'd you think?" And I'd hear other people doing it in the theater. I'm like, it's like performance, right? Even though that's what I do now for a living. It's just weird in the moment. It's like let it digest a little bit. Let it sit with you for a second. So they're walking and they're trying to find words for this movie they just saw, and they all kind of land on. By the time I get to the bathroom,
they had reached consensus.
Yeah, you didn't think it would be, but it was deep. That's what they land on.
Yeah,
I disagree.
That's what they land on.
Okay.
All right, and I'm at your theater, your AMC.
AMC, okay.
So I'm down by Redford, and I'm walking down the hall to the bathroom. Right.
You're down by Redford.
I'm walking like maybe the lengths of two theaters. Sure. So that's
Did you pass Avnet?
Went to the bathroom. Yeah, I did pass Avnet.
Okay.
And then you know exactly where I was.
Yes.
I walked back into the theater to see if I missed if there's anything else at the very end, and I had missed it, I guess. So now there's a new group walking out, and it's younger girls, probably 20 something. They're having the exact same conversation.
Oh, no.
They land on the exact same consensus. Deep.
But
I wasn't expecting it to be, but it was deep. It was really deep.
It really wasn't that
And
deep.
I'm not talking down to these people. I guess I am.
You are.
It's just. It was a lot of things, but it wasn't fucking deep, and I was expecting it to be maybe somewhere deep.
You could call it
very funny,
delightful, charming, whimsical, a fun adventure,
mildly amusing.
Yeah, nothing is more than mild, but either way, deep would be not a word I would choose.
No,
I mean, had no commentary on life.
All it was, if there was commentary on anything, the theme was like it takes a village, right? You need community. You need to like have people that watch your back.
You can't be alone.
Can't be alone. Yeah. And that's not deep or profound.
It was very sweet with her and her grandma.
I wonder
him and his grandma, I guess.
Yeah, so it's just like the story is.
We should set it.
We should set this fucker up.
Well, it's a deep movie about a shell.
It's a deep movie about a shell with one eye. Shoes are on. Yes. Go ahead.
So Marcel I don't want to fuck this up. Marcel the Shell is our titular character, and
you fucked it up already, bro.
He's a tiny little seashell, maybe an inch and a half long.
Voiced by Kelly Slate with Jenny Slate.
Yep. And
sorry, Jenny.
It's a girl's voice, but a boy character.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there. They
make one joke about that.
Unfortunately, Marcel's family it's very ratatouille. Marcel has been separated from his family, and he's very sad about it. The only one left is his elderly grandmother, also a shell, voiced by Isabella Rossellini. And
Isabella Rossellini.
She was lovely.
Another David Lynch actor.
And we see Marcel is constantly talking to the camera or to an off-camera entity. Turns out to be, I just said his name. Yeah, Fleischer. Yeah, correct. David.
Thank you for
Dean Fleischer-Camp, DFC. And so he is a filmmaker. Who, it turns out that Marcel lives in a house that is now an Airbnb. It was previously inhabited by someone she calls man and someone she calls woman who had a fight one day, and they left, and now different people cycle through the house. And Dean Fleischer Camp is our, I guess, the audience proxy, because Marcel and him make friends, and he's going to try and help Marcel try and find his family. And he's a filmmaker, so he's going to make a documentary about Marcel, which I guess is ostensibly what we see, right? Would you that the film we see is in this world, the documentary that Dean Fleischer Camp, the character, is working on. It's very. I hate the word meta, but it's very, very self-referential.
Yeah, I guess that would be the completed.
Right?
Yeah, it was a faux documentary that we were watching, which is another problem because it's almost like it's one step above a mockumentary, but it's still like a faux fake documentary. And the Fleischer's in the movie, and he says at least once or twice that he doesn't like to be the subject in his own documentaries, which is fine. But don't make yourself.
I was saying, you could have cut out all of your parts.
Yeah, you have total control over this. So don't lie about what you really want and what you don't want when you're putting yourself in your fake. But he was in it quite a bit. And it really comes down to tone of the two lead characters. And I might be, a little bit alone over here. Maybe it's because it reminds me, Marcel himself kind of reminds me of somebody I know in my own life. Well, I'm not a giant fan of. And like,
he's not. No.
But kind of like a cunty little shell. I wasn't a huge fan. If he made me laugh more often, I think I would have liked him. But he made me laugh once.
If you're talking about me, I'm going to be very upset.
No, not you. Don't worry. Get out. It's no one you know.
Okay.
But there's somebody in my life who I don't really talk to and I haven't seen in a long time. But like Marcel just sounded like this person and reminded me what their take on things. And the person's okay, but I don't really like them. And
that's you bringing your own personal stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I know.
I found Marcel very delightful.
He made me laugh.
I don't know. That's the 20-somethings we're talking about right behind Anderson at the theater.
How
I
do you
found it very
this cunty person, Anderson?
It's I love the war take about peace. Of course, everyone likes. I love when he was getting really cunty with his own fans. Like I like that a lot. Like these people aren't here to help; they're just here to like do selfies and like tell me how great I am. And that's not helping at all.
At some point, Marcel becomes an internet sensation, and people start flocking to the house, much like Anderson did with the Paris, Texas house.
Yeah, exactly. Bitch. Yeah. I went in and I was doing selfies. Mm-hmm. No, but I think, and then I didn't really love the. I didn't love the vibe of the filmmaker himself. So, and it's a two-hander.
You're fine.
It's a two-hander, and
I liked their interaction.
I didn't dislike it. I just didn't like it. You know what I mean? The movie's just a 3-star. I liked some of the animation; it looked really good.
I would give it 4. I enjoyed it. I was hoping for greatness and got goodness.
It's just so original, and I wish that they. It's not good.
It was pretty good.
I was hoping for greatness, and I got goodness.
It's not bad.
It feels good when you say it. But
it's not great, but it is good.
I would have loved to read that. I don't think that.
I'll tweet it. I'll tag you.
Yeah, do that. I'll never see it. Great. I like it.
I'll text you a screenshot.
Yeah, I just want more from this movie, and that's not fair. It's original. Hey, in a sea of films that lack originality and are all prequels, sequels, or remakes, I should be more of a champion for movies like this. It just fell a little short for me. That's all. I was hoping for greatness, Brian.
But
it just wasn't.
No, come on, finish it. Feels good.
It wasn't great. That's what I'm gonna say. I was hoping for greatness, and it was
goodness.
It was goodness. It wasn't even goodness. It was good. Yeah, 3-star movie for me.